Salutations, class, and welcome back. Today begins our return to the status quo. I hope to be streaming Guilty Gear on the weekends from here on out until we develop a more varied schedule with a large viewer base. For now, we're gonna keep to what we've been doing. I've had plenty of rest this time, and so I have high hopes for our performance with Gold Lewis today. You know the rules. I think we need to start. Freudian slip. We're not standing by, we're hopping straight into the action. Or perhaps taking a moment to wait, as always. I hope everyone's evening has been wonderful so far. Mine is just getting started. So, new tech I've learned lately. I know it's been possible with a few characters in the past who have slower reversals, but it turns out you're able to purple Roman cancel your reversal before the super freeze, and it will not consume the original amount of meter and instead only consume the meter for the purple Roman cancel. Let me try to demonstrate for you right now. Of course, once I get that input down. A little too slow. But if we were to buffer it during a jump or during a block string... not quite fast enough. Like that. You saw he prepared his coffin for the attack normally. You saw the first few frames of the attack. But, if you purple Roman cancel that, you only consume 50 meter. You can use that with the characters that have slower reversals in order to get a little bit of extra invincibility. Funny enough, it works surprisingly well for some of the biggest and worst defending characters, such as Faust, Potemkin, or Gold Lewis. I think it works particularly well with Leo as well. Interesting way, it lets you use the slower reversal supers with a unique effect that they didn't have otherwise. Really not wanting to deal with that, are you? You're gonna have to deal with it. Well, that took how many seconds? 18. That was quick. Just out of our range. So soon. Nope. Well, that is plus. I should have kept blocking. It's my turn. Seems we're falling to the same pitfalls we usually have. We're not using the right one for knockdowns. That'll let us trade at the distance. She's still plus, unfortunately. So soon. And so many plus frames to be had around here. Let's try this. Missing. Went up. Nice bit of conditioning there. We will really need to use that burst now. That is just what we needed. Or not. I suppose I still have the time to be punished immediately afterwards. No matter, we'll learn this one very soon. I do believe Ino is actually going to be one of the most difficult matchups for Gold Lewis. It's hard for him to maneuver around Chemical Love. As well as, what is it called? The note. Antidepressant scale. That gives us just a little bit of time to RC, nice. And she seems to be very fond of that reversal. Alright. Lots of 6Ps will be needed. Got it. Can't be used as an anti-zoning tool on defense, on reaction. I'm surprised that throw whiffed. And that's our KO. Very well. For what I've seen so far, it seems like Axel, Ino, and Nagaryuki are some of his hardest matchups. We can't afford to be impatient. Excellent. See if we get the wall bounce we need. That's not a safe jump, unfortunately. Concentrate. Ah, so close. A shame. There you go. Still not your turn yet. You should start blocking low and wake up. Ah, still can't 6P that, unfortunately. There we go. Gold burst. I tried to stuff that with the 2K. You should start blocking now. Almost. Ah, so soon. So close. Noted, she's trying to jump panic a lot out of our corner. If we run into her again, we'll be prepared. Why did you set me to Ino? This game is full of so much spaghetti code. Wall bounce. So, we didn't have too many of those corner setups that we could have gone through, but we had that 1080. Let's try buffering that out of a jump. That looks like a level 2. That's something we have to practice timing on a lot, apparently. There you go. Just like that. I guess you have to do it very soon. Seems like this timing is a lot more strict than you'd look. Giovanna. Allegedly, this is an easier matchup for us. Also, given how pathetic Gold Lewis's dash is, I think this is the time where I start having to learn how to use the macro. Because there's a button specifically for it. The cross-ups. I'll have to play very defensively here. There's the grab. And there's mine. Frame trap. Cross up. Set up a drone. That's an overhead. You should probably block that standing. I wonder what kind of frame distance that, or frame advantage that was. Because she delayed it. That's an overhead, and so is this. Get rid of some of that meter. Watch this. Or not. So tight here. Oh well. Let's go with the... she'll always be playing defensively. Drone. Send out another one. I'm surprised that one lived. This won't. Drone. That was the worst time to burst. I don't know why you did that. Very well, I believe that's our first match against this Giovanna, and that's a win. So we're seeing a lot of up backing from her. Especially when being pressured. We're not going to be the best at necessarily chasing her down through that. Drone. Nope, my turn. Oh, wow, that's going to be a wall break off that. Extraordinary. I'll just wait for my security level. That's gonna cut out most of her meter. And, still missing the input for that super. I wonder if it accepts partial circles. Such as, if you do 2.5 circles, if you'll get the 2-circle one still. Send out the minigun, at least get her a little bit on the way down. Nope. Have a wall bounce. And a jump slash. I think we need to use that 6H a lot more. Good grabs. Have a drone. Ah, too high. That was me attempting to FD and still hitting a button too early. Very well. So we know she's fond of defending at the start. Drone. The execution is still off here. It's very punishing for Gold Lewis. Have a throw. And a drone setup. I wish I could mash on defense like that. Close. I am not going to let myself lose this one. Drone. Or, I suppose we will. Very sweaty in here. I'm impressed. So many slow buttons to be had. Why do they call him the Secretary of Absolute Defense if he has no defense? That's a mystery for the ages. It just requires a bit more patience. I don't think I've played since Tuesday, so I definitely need to hit the training room a lot more with this character. Floor 8 was a little bit too easy last time, so I think we'll stick here at floor 9. Let's see, throw, drone. What else do we get? Off of a throw, I believe we usually get a jump H setup. That's still too slow. Try that again. Whew. A lot of work to be doing tonight. So what else do we need to practice on the execution? That comes out almost immediately if you use the standard input. So I think in that case it's only going to work if you buffer it out of a 1080. If only we could have our opponent just do a bunch of random block strings and then we could try to buffer our 1080 through there. Doctors hate him. Alright. That's humorous enough. I suppose with all the blood draining he does, he would be a very irritating person for a doctor to take care of. Stealing from the blood drive, perhaps, as vampires tend to do. This is also one of our more difficult matchups. There are a few usable idiosyncrasies, though. But once you get that much of a life lead, it's hard to lose. Oh wow, he can still tech that. Whew. Wasn't going to let anything bad happen there. Absolutely not. Throw out a drone. One of the idiosyncrasies I mentioned is the fact that the minigun apparently goes right through his blood projectile. The one where he sends out a clone. I'm impressed with how short the range on that 2K is. It's shorter than it looks. Remember, that little spinning attack of his is 0. So on a character like Gold Lewis, I generally just have to respect it. And he's too big for us to get the... Do his normals chip without blood? That's unusual. I thought his normals only chipped if he was in Blood Rage. Ah, so much patience to be had here. Drone. There we go, get the lift. And let's see if this hits. That is exactly what we needed at that time. Good reversal. Alright, I suppose we'll just start the round defending. Let him kill himself there. Set this up. And that should be game there. Good. If they whiff the Blood Rage, well, that just lets you finish them right then and there. If you keep blocking against Nagoriyuki, they'll usually just kill themselves against you. Set up a drone, or just completely miss our execution once again. I think that's our biggest issue, we just need to spend a lot of time in the lab. Get our execution down and we should be performing a lot better in the future. It's a long, hard road back up to floor 10. Get a drone out there. And now we get to go to town. We should be able to finish him off from here. Just outside of range of his shenanigans. I think this is too far to hit him. Or not. I'll take it. Ah, good backstep. Alright, this is going to be very hard for us to make a comeback here. And you just made your last mistake, buddy. Ah, whiffed our 2S there. Welcome to the stream, Kayla. Thank you. I think there we need to do the upward knocking one. The faster one that just knocks them straight up as opposed to at an angle. Counterattack set you to stop. Okay, look at this. What's going on to this menu right here? Once again, Oxys shows their spaghetti code. I don't know if it queues up opponents or what. Alright, so we land this overhead. That should usually be our follow-up. That's how we'll be able to get a good amount of damage and then set up Oki as well. We want that vertical knockback. And knock them straight back up, and there we'll be at the perfect distance for some more mix-ups. Looking alive in here. Open the door, let the AC in. Potemkin. This is actually one of my more fun matchups, honestly. And we start. Astonishing how that whiffs. We have a little bit of damage. Take this a little patiently. And have a throw. You think you're the grappler here? It's me. We'll just have to wait till he starts mega fisting. Hopefully we can punish him. Get our setup on him, and wall break. Oh wow, we got him out of that. We're blocking. Thought he'd be looking for that juicy command grab. Nope, not quite. You'd think after all that time he'd be fishing for a command grab. Not quite enough. Start with a minigun. Just get a little bit of damage on him. Get a throw. And another minigun, which he'll jump right over. Good blocking. We kinda need that chip damage though. Start with another minigun. We'll not do that every time we step back to neutral. He's already preparing to jump. We'll do this instead. Ah, too far for us to get the finisher there. Ah, missed. Once again. Hello there and welcome to the stream. We're trying to find our way back up slowly. There we go. Now it's time for us to go to town, or get command grab the instant we land. That'll work. No more air dashes. I think we should just do regular jumping approaches. Alright, Potemkin versus Gold Lewis is certainly fun. Let's see what other moves work well at round start. That's one. I did not expect the side switch there from the jump. We'll start getting a little bit reckless here. Good FD. But we still have our huge hitboxes in the air at least. 6p, which is still a little bit too early. I wonder if 2p can beat Mega Fist with the strictest of timing. Get that out. And it'll at least give us a little bit of space. He doesn't use Mega Fist nearly as much as the other Potemkins we fought. Ah, miss again. He has incredibly punishing execution, but that's exactly why I play this character. Get it started. Start blocking. Ah, just trying to get out of the corner here. Please, thank you very much. Get him with the throw. Set up another meaty. Still miss. Astonishing. I suppose we really have to jump in with that air dash there. Given how small his jumps are, I think a lot of cases we'll have to super jump into an air dash. In fact, out of a regular air dash, you can't even do a JH, so we have to super jump into an air dash and then the JH off of that. Just like that. So that's how we'll be countering our slide heads in the future. GG's indeed, Ice Steel. Thank you. I really enjoyed Potemkin vs. Gold Lewis as well. Just two big boys, it's a lot more fun to watch. Alright, Milia. We're going to have a very thin array of strings here for us to defend through. But, like with Anji, Milia's pressure is very, very fake. There's a lot of opportunities for us to throw in a 2p. If she were actually here. There we go. With her paper-thin defenses, we'll be able to win off of 2 interactions, no matter how small they are. Let's see what she does. Immediately runs up. Alright. Just keep vibing. I'll start. Alright. That was supposed to be the regular jump D. And you're dead. Unless you're blocking, of course. Alright. We'll do this. That sets up a perfect cross-up there. Interesting. Get off of me, and have a drone. Wow, is she really going to get a wall break off of that? Astonishing. And have my fury. You're disgusting. Do a 6p. I think if we played more defensively with our jump S and jumped us, we might be able to handle her a lot better. Like so. Ah, that is a very quick air dash to get out of there. No, that doesn't hit after the frame trap attempt. That was a weird burst. And there we go. With a bit of careful play, we can win off of just a few stray hits. I'm surprised I won that one. So we know she's incredibly aggressive. And here's us getting wall broken. She just didn't want to deal with that. Miss our super input again. I think that's actually what we need to do, just spend a lot of time in the lab. Get that lift, and still get hit by the 6p at round start. Astonishing. Well, there's the first throw. My heart's racing, and it's definitely making me miss my executions. Now that she's high enough. Here we go. There we go. We're just barely able to rob these. Get another 6p out there and do a setup. And and completely miss our execution once again. And see if this hits her. There we go. That must have taken off half of her health. All you need to do is stay calm in those situations. Gold Lewis has a lot of health to burn through. Wrong move. Very wrong move. That is not what I was trying to do either. I suppose I'm accustomed to trying to far slash with Anchi in those situations. I should really start using 5P as my anti-air in these little impromptu interactions. It's not over yet. I tried. Reacted to the cross-up just a little bit too late. Alright, so far slash isn't going to do it for us. And we'll have to start using 5K on Wake Up instead. You saw that punch go right through her, right? Ah, no, she's blocking. So close. And here's our chance. We have just enough health to last through all of that. Don't get too overconfident. Set up a drone. Ah, so close. Get that out, because I can already tell she's attacking. Thank you for hitting a button. There we go. 6P. I'm impressed we won all three of those. That's what a little bit of patience will do for you in this matchup. See if we can get our way back up to floor 9 and hopefully to floor 10 beyond. One thing I've definitely learned from such a fast-paced game as this is that even on defense, there are some setups which are pretty much impossible for you. On the defensive end, if there's just enough frame advantage, there's some things you can't really jab out of. On characters with such slow buttons like this, you actually lose on defense as well as offense. It's kind of funny. The opposite of what you would expect, which is the large, heftier characters tend to be very well on defense, as you would expect in real life, having a lot of extra cushioning. True, they have a lot of extra health, but in terms of video game mechanics or fighting game mechanics where people flinch and are no longer able to act once they're being attacked, the large size is actually a huge weakness. A character with that much size and health actually has poorer defense than a smaller, more evasive character. In real life, if you came up against a guy like Gold Lewis, he'd not really care that you were punching him, would he? 2S is slower than that one. Got it. Oh goodness, he's on Windows 98. Get off of Wi-Fi, friend, please. And let's have some fun. Or completely drop my combos due to Windows 98. Have another drone. See if he hit a button. And he did. Alright, Potemkin buddy. Since we're against the wall, we'll use the one that lifts them up so that we can get a wall break like that. What is going on? As much as I love this matchup, I don't think I'm gonna hit him with the rollback. Not if he's on Wi-Fi. Did I say rollback or run back? He doesn't have either. I wonder if they'll be able to add a Wi-Fi indicator to this game like Tekken. That would actually be wonderful. It's still astonishing how much damage he can do. So we have a very curious case. When a character has so much put into their animations, that's kind of what Arc System Works does. Their animation department is very focused on making this stuff look like it's an actual anime. In the case of characters that have fundamentally bad normals, there's some that you can't really make better by speeding up. You see, the very stubby range on this 2P, it's not really going to be made better if it was 5 or 4 frames. It'd be 5. They're not going to give anyone 4 frames at this size. That one I think could afford to be sped up, and I feel like that one might be able to be salvaged. That one can definitely use a bit of speeding up, but there seems to be a lot of dead zones where he can't exactly hit. But maybe a little bit of sped up frames will help him. I'm tempted to return to Anji before I get too rusty here. Start with a lift and miss. Throw out a drone. It's not quite your turn yet. And there's no burst. I'm impressed. But that's exactly how I want it to be. Set up a drone. You see, I was still too far to actually hit with that 2P afterwards. Maybe if his 2K was a lot better. I'd appreciate a character that had to choose between a very long-range 5P or a 2K. Back to floor 9 again. Although, allegedly, we should have been fighting floor 9 opponents that entire time. I think we've picked up the momentum we need. I wonder what his eye patch says on the glasses. Or whatever the little lens there is. It's sort of a fundamental of Guilty Gear character design that everyone has to have some weird phrase on just about every article of their clothing. That's what our boy Daisuke loves. Belts and weird words all over your clothing. You can see Gold Lewis here has like 4 on each of his pant legs, his chap legs. as well as the usual one around the center, but that's where you'd expect to find one. So let's practice our muscle memory there a bit. In case we ever happen to get the big overhead, do the one that aims in the opposite direction so that we can get that lift up and the good oki that comes with it. Throw out a drone, and that should give us enough time to set up a meaty. Alright. Kaikisk it is. We've been doing a lot better against him recently, so I think it might just be a better matchup for us in general. He's no longer the worst opponent in the game to fight. Mostly because I think we've figured out how he works. No wake up VPs yet. I suppose we'll keep doing our offense until he figures it out. Get it set up, there's the burst, set up our drone. And do the usual high-low, the classic. Lift them up. Or miss. That would have been a perfect opportunity for a 5k. Interesting cross-up attempt there. Just not able to catch up to him. We see a bit of frame stuttering here as well. Set up a drone. Alright, no chance to frame trap there apparently. That'll at least trade. So close. Not really. But then again, when you're playing a character like this, you're only one interaction off of win there. So I don't think you can put in super with the consecutive circles there. It's like playing a grappler, but worse. And get our set up. So close. Good throw. And we're dead. Or not. Missed our super input as well. Don't hold your breath too much. And he's blocking. Or he's not. We have a chance to make a comeback here. And there we go. Oh, interesting. That whiffs at close range, apparently. Get our setup here. Get the wall break. Huh, nice throw. That's pretty burst safe, honestly. Miss our super input once again. It really comes down to execution with this character. That's where most of my losses are coming from, at least the ones that I had a chance to win. It's mostly a failed execution on my part. So, we will have to spend some time in the lab. Lots of time. Nice smash. Alright, so he's just going to 2S pretty much every time. He caught the cross-up. Nice. Bring us back throw immune normals, please. And we're going to miss that meaty. Good little throw. Just a bit too slow. But we could have beaten him with a 2P there. Get that knockdown. I'm definitely missing a lot of my execution again. You see I'm jumping when I really shouldn't be. The weirdest cross-up in the game, and I'll take it. Do you think I should get a fight pad? Maybe not with this character, I'm not sure. I think this pad's actually starting to show some wear and tear, but it shouldn't be doing that so soon. I wonder what are the most durable pads on the market. A scientist like me only needs the best equipment. There we go. I wonder if a 5P works as well there. It throws them at a bit of a different angle, so we'll have to use different attacks to follow up on them. Take a moment to relax. We're going to need it. Same guy, isn't it? Miss. Throw out a drone. Ah, well, good run. Get that set up. Throw in another drone. Ah, so close. I think we just need to play a lot more patiently. Get the throw, set up a drone. Throw out a minigun. Get him out of his little setup there. Ah, the jump dust. Still not quite good enough there. Such is the life of a Gold Lewis main. For now. I'll be honest with you, I'm sort of missing Anji at this point. He did have a bit of a chance. Get it. Ah, no, that's still not going to work. I swear I was blocking. Oh, right. It's because I started up dash, so I need to FD that. Noted. $5K, there we go. We're finally paying attention. Get a little bit of extra damage there. Jab just a little bit too late. Yep, strike throw all day. Throw out another drone. That's going to go through. I thought it was going to be a throw, didn't you? 5K again, since that setup was working last time. I think the muscle memory still says Anji for me a lot of the times. I'm noticing I'm really using the wrong moves when I shouldn't be. Throw this out in case he... Ah, if only. Ah, welcome to floor 10. Very lovely, thank you. Alright, so what we need to practice a lot more is just using the dash macro. And really recognize the timing on those swings. There we go. That's the setup we're looking for. Reminds me a lot of the old Heian combos there. I'm dropping everything for Heian if she ever shows back up, but I don't think that's likely at this point. If Xard ever gets rollback, I don't think I'm ever coming back to this game. Alright, what's on our list today? I suppose just remembering our basic conversions there. Getting that, and then the dash, and then setting up another attack. Like that, into the 5k. That's a way to deal with a lot of the throw issues. Once you've conditioned them to block, then you can start doing whatever the heck you want. Supposedly we now have a match. There we go. Oh, it's the Potemkin from earlier. Not too many people online right now, are there? Well, I look forward to it. Oh, right. This was the one that had Windows 98, didn't he? If that happens, I'm not hitting him with the run back. So far, the connection seems to be stable. And so we begin. And overhead. You're not mashing out of that. Not like what I saw you trying to do. That catches Mega Fist. We will not have mashing in this house. Okay, so that goes under my 5p. Got it. Well, we know what our best move is here. Alright, listen up. Let's get ready for this. Oh, nice clash. Get that burst. Dash right into that nonsense again. Alright. So we know he's doing a lot of mashing. And set up a drone. Set that up again. And he'll take the damage. Do it again. I wonder why they didn't give Gold Lewis two jumps. You really think he'd use it? They already made that decision, so I feel like they're going to keep it. So he really likes Gigantokai and mashing. Alright, I think we can punish that if we just do a lot more of the frame traps. really could go for some pizza right about now. There we go, set that up. And set up another drone. Set up another one. Alright. Let's wait till we can get ourselves a... Well, so much for that plan. I was blocking. It might have registered a jump. I noticed my thumb's going in very wide circles on this pad, so I think I should definitely try to get another one. This is not used to the old size of pad that I'm used to. It's a Switch controller, which is much smaller in comparison. Get that out there. Never give up. Never surrender. Oh, wow, I thought that was only a second one. It sure takes forever to come out, doesn't it? Alright, another Eno. I'm surprised we've had like 3 of them tonight. So, how does this match up fare for us? I suppose if they know it, we might be in a lot of trouble, but for now, we'll have a bit of maneuver room. What is she going to start with? That whiffs on people crouching, too. Impressive. And was that still a combo? That was impressive. Set up another drone. Get our big overhead and miss it completely. Have a throw. And I'm surprised we actually won that one. Not quite. I still reached that far. I tried doing the input off that. Nope, I think that's gonna get us wall break and a KO. Oh, it looks like she still has that effect. It's hard to see with her having the glasses on now. But her eyes change color depending on the angle that you look at her. And start. Good block. Ah, not quite. Oh, wow, that was a good one. Get that set up. Drone. And goodbye. There we go. Set up a drone. This Ino's really good with their execution. Set up into another mess. And drone. Ah, the little last-minute scramble when we're both on low health. I live for the moment. Get a lift up there. Ah, fell for the exact same trick again. Ah, it's gonna be scary, isn't it? No, that doesn't hit afterwards. There we go. Hit her out of that mess. Throw out a drone. Get the burst out of you. And here we go. That's an interesting combo. Is that our optimal one? Set up a drone. Alright, a very interesting matchup so far. You missed. I have chip damage for days, babe. Set up a drone. Ah, we're still gonna get hit by that at that distance. Alright, that's a fun matchup, and it seems to be a lot more capable for Gold Lewis than I imagined. Those consecutive overheads are definitely trouble, but I can probably do a 2P in between them. Maybe. Let's see if we can test those. I think it might have been a bit faster than that. Yeah, definitely felt like it was faster. So we have someone who has not much experience with Mei here. Please don't Totsugeki. Ah, 6 speed. And now we start. Get the big overhead. Set up a drone. Minigun that abomination, thank you very much. This is an excellent connection so far. And see if we can get the cross up, or cross under. Set up another one. Almost. Still no chance for me to have jabbed out of that. That's just the weakness of having 6 frames. Back to business. Get that at the very tip. Get you out of that jump. And goodbye. Please be less predictable in the future. Set up a drone. And please stop mashing buttons. That was not the input I was looking for. And no. That was silly. But I'll take it. Anything to not see Mei's windscreen. We've been player 1 for an awful lot of these matches. There's the burst. Oh wow, that was even 6p too, and it still hit. So we definitely need to work on the execution there. We're getting a lot of jumps out of 5k when we should be getting an overhead. Okay, again our meaties are failing us. Be a bit more patient here. Nope, you're not going to get it there. And we'll take the chip damage for the win there. Get our setup. Set up another drone. And sadly that's not going to be enough for a KO right there, but... no. I think we're finally picking up our momentum again. It's very bizarre. Mei is one of the best characters in the game, and yet Gold Lewis seems to have a very good matchup against her. I guess the fact that she basically functions as a flying hitbox against a character with so many disjointeds, that's just going to let you win so many of the trades. Hello, Gamacha. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to take a quick trip to the bathroom. I heard that controller vibrate. Another Milia. Hopefully we'll be on our way back up to floor 10 soon. I'd like to be able to hone a bit better. So, see if we can stick in the groove. Instead of wasting all of our energy on the front end, it seems like we're picking up and we're able to do it on the back end. Of course, melee is always going to be a problem for us. Set up a drone. Try to play a little bit defensively there. Wow, that wall breaks. When does it end? And she has the positive, so she was able to keep Roman canceling out of that. Wrong button. There we go. Set up a drone. And try to get the very wide-ranging overhead there. And there! Now we'll start making our comeback. Drone. And I'm surprised we only needed that one hit, but I'll take it. Seems to be missing that a lot. And that was the very wrong normal for us to use. Set up. Good job. Alright, just too many holes in our little strings there. We could have had it. Get the lift. Miss our dash once again. So, that's what we'll be doing when we spend our time in the lab next. We need to truly familiarize ourselves with the frame data on that behemoth typhoon. Get the lift. And there we go. It's not a big deal indeed. Note, that doesn't combo. And hopefully... Wow, she has absolutely no health whatsoever. This matchup doesn't seem like it's actually going to be much in her favor, given how much you can delete her with just a single well-placed super. Send out a drone. There we go. There we go. Get a throw. And we'll be able to win off of that interaction alone. Good jump. But not enough to hit what we needed. Get you hit out of that. And out of that. And no. Please don't burst at the exact moment I'm knowing you're going to. Well, that's 3 rounds against Milia. Wonderful. I will actually take that bathroom break real quick.
We've got a newcomer.
It's not a big deal. We can handle it. I don't have to think about it. What we need to do is clear. Don't you think? I don't know any other answer than yeah, and I don't need to know. Now it's your turn. You've got your time.
Shit. Alright, we're ready to go. Ah, the same Milia again. Let's go. I'm happy to have a rematch anytime. Unless someone's on Wi-Fi. Good evening, Potemkin. Welcome. I've never really played a grappler before, but I'm starting to understand the big boy struggle. Throw out a drone. I did main Heihyun in the previous game, but Heihyun actually had movement. And see if that wins. A bit too easy. Just barely missed with that 2P. Honestly, if I was going to be true to myself, I'd probably try to play one of the Shotos in this game too. You can never go too wrong with Shotos. You know, maybe there's actually no way for me to actually mash out of that. I think that's a frame trap in every single case, so I might just have to neutral jump. Got it. Was that a failed bad moon? There we go. Get that 6p, get the throw, have a drone. Have another throw, since apparently you missed whatever you were trying to do there. You know, now that I think about it, Heihyun was basically just a very big Ryu. Especially with those donkey kicks. Somehow we made our way back up to floor 10, which I'm very proud to see. Let's see what we can keep doing while we're here. It really seems like the Milia matchup's actually doing well for Potemkin. I mean, Gold Lewis. He has enough health to survive a lot of the shenanigans. Like, whenever she does actually land a hit, it's still not going to take too much of his giant health pool. And given the fact that he has some really strong mid-range buttons, against a character that mostly is going to try to hit you with short-range melee attacks, that's probably going to fare a lot better than, say, a grappler. Knowing that Milia likes to spend all of her time in the air, that's going to make her fare even better against a character who mostly focuses on a really big command grab.
So instead of reflecting on yourself,
Yeah, I don't look forward to the Axel matchups. I'm not falling for that one so soon. You're going to have to condition me first, buddy. And I'm just going to have to miss my meaties. There we go. That's what I like to see. Do this to catch any pop busters. And miss the meaty again. Get that. Almost. There we go. I was expecting you to throw in there. Throw out a drone. Fine, I'll make you come to me. By completely whiffing my super input twice. Alright, I think it's time for a new gamepad. And we're going to keep missing our meaties just like that. And we'll just get chipped to death. I suppose we'll take it. I still absolutely love this matchup. To the Potemkin in the chat, oh right, if I recall you didn't have a computer good enough for running this game. Mostly potato stuff, so... Oh right, it was on console, I think. Ah, missed. There we go. That's a good close slash. See what we got here. Set up a drone, which isn't going to work at that distance. Still missing our dashes. And And no cross under for us. Ah, so close. We have just a little bit of a frame advantage to actually take care of you that way, though. Or, of course, we're gonna get grabbed straight at the beginning. Good air throw. One of the better Potemkins I fought. I'm having fun. Get that. And goodbye. I'm very happy to hear that. Anytime a pro order soul quits or a regular soul quits, I'm made a very happy scientist. Ah, right, minigun would have been perfect at that distance. It's hard to use on reaction, though. Nope, we're gonna get that set up. And a drone. And that's still going to hit us. A 2K still misses. Alright. Get that set up. Miss completely. You know, I barely ever played any of Plus R Axel. I tried him a lot in X Hard. That was the worst time to burst. I was focusing on chatting when I should have been focusing on fighting. Axel has a very wonderful number of tools in that game. I really like Axel's design as a character. He has a chance to be offensive as a zoner. He gets some good combos up close when he actually gets in. In Plus R, I can't decide if I like Anji or Slayer more. Seems Heian just hits the average of a lot of other characters I like. Big body, big damage, but also having the weird Street Fighter-like links. In retrospect, Heian was basically a lot like playing a Street Fighter character in Guilty Gear. Having those links, as well as basically being a Shoto with just a couple of extra rules. I miss her. Oh, right, I misread Anji in the chat as Axel. That confused me a moment. I thought, I don't remember Axel having all that nonsense. No, but I really loved his auto-guard mechanics. I would have preferred them to be more similar to that game in this game than they are now. Right now, it's just a free strike dodge. But I do like characters that have parries and can block high or low with certain different attacks. Knowing that I'm fond of Heian, I'm actually also a Gouken player for the bit of time that I played Street Fighter 4. Sure, I like the weird Shoto thing, but I was also very fond of the fact that Gouken had parries. Anji sort of had parries as well. Alright, a much more cautious player. Well, that's going to dodge, but not going to hit her back. Hit her back. Bring back the air and blockable moves, please. Set up a drone. Get that lift. I hate how fast her dash is. So we have a much more cautious Ram than the other ones that we've had to fight. Set up a drone. And goodbye. We'll take that 5k. Is that plus? Or does she just keep the momentum really well? From someone who loved Anji that much, I definitely feel like they did do him dirty in Strive. A character who had so much of his identity in a large moveset, just having one of the smallest movesets in the game certainly feels like they gutted the character. She's playing defensively, which we do not see very often on Rams. In this case, it's probably what's going to make her win. I can do without Dust Butterfly personally. That's a bit of an unfair move when you think about it. I never really liked projectile, nearly unblockable setups. There we go. Yep, that's a good the jiggle physics is a good way to know that every single Ram player is big horny. No one plays her for her functions. Never gonna have a good chance to set up a drone, am I? Noted, she keeps that dash momentum quite well, so she can run up, do that 2k, and then grab. Yeah, his butterfly definitely sucks. I can do without the dust version of it, definitely. But his butterfly as it exists definitely needs a lot of work. Set up a drone, and just get grabbed anyway. You saw that punch go right underneath her. With that positive bonus, you get those block strings, and, you know, for a time, they're just completely relentless, I suppose is one way to put it. It was also usable as an instant overhead, that move. Very fond of it. What I missed most was his anti-air throw. I can't really punish her if I get that pushback though, so I don't know why I do it. Let's see if this works. There we go. That's what we needed. Oh, that's also going to whiff. And we're going to win with just 2 supers off of a gold burst. Or just die there too. No, that's a frame trap. Thank you very much. I really love Anji's theme in Strive as well. And get started. All that for an RC super. Well, I suppose if it gets me against the wall afterwards. We're having some video buffering here. Let's fix that. Give it a moment. Let's try that again and see how that works. I think that should do it for us. You know, I'm missing Anji. All this talk about him is making me want to play him again, so why don't we do a few rounds with him? Let's see what's going on. I think we should have a small return to form, at least to celebrate so far. Replug in that controller to make sure everything is working right with it. Okay, I hit start and then it disconnected me again. Boy, we're already having some issues, aren't we? You know, I'm very interested in trying an accent core stream at some point. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. Not that I'd be able to fare well against anyone online. I absolutely know nothing about what I'm doing in that game. I sort of just hit buttons as Slayer. I hope things go well. I would really love to see the old Anji, though. get our muscle memory set up again. It's like riding a bike. You never forget. Nice bit of damage there. What was it? No, it was heavy slash off that. No, it was supposed to be regular slash once we got that, right? That's 204 damage versus... There we go. Well, it seems like it's the same either way. Wow, was Anji's dash always this fast? I suppose it is in comparison. Definitely feels a lot more loose and freeform. You know what? I think we get to play a lot of Fujin, a lot of Anji this weekend. Maybe alternate between him and Gold Lewis for a bit.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Everyone feels so floaty in comparison. Seems I'll have a lot to learn too. And miss our counter super once more. Give it a little spin. And miss. Alright, fine. I suppose I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Get that, set it up there, get our butterfly out. I'm still trying to do Behemoth Typhoon input, so I think the brain's just not working. We'll play a set. But off stream, I think I definitely need to polish up on the Anji. Or not. I suppose that's as good of a stopping point as any. It's going to be nothing but connection issues from here on out. Well, we are working hard, very hard. Anji and Gold Lewis are both super fun, and there's a lot to learn in both cases. I really need to hit my studies off of stream, but now that we are moved in, we should have a lot of the usual stuff that we have here. A lot more Guilty Gear, expect more Oblivion. I'm going to get back to Red Dead Redemption, and pick up more games soon enough. Now that I'm done moving, there's also going to be more time to spend in the lab outside of streams. Might do it on stream as well, too, just a bit more. After all, there's some instances in which we're not learning no matter how many times we slam our heads into this brick wall we have here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I have a busy day planned. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be doing while I'm here. Might be a short stream tomorrow, but Sunday should be back to the usual streams that we have. I hope to see you then. Thank you. Class dismissed.